Welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and be sure to give me a thumbs up. Today I'm going to show you how I make this football themed wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. I don't use all of that ribbon. I end up changing up a couple of them. So I'm going to start by adding the pipe cleaners to my wire frame. This is a 14-inch wire frame. And I like to add a pipe cleaner to each crossbar around the two center rings. And I'm twisting 3 times pretty tightly. And then once I finish doing that, I'll move to the outside. I'll just pick any random crossbar to start. And then I'm again twisting 3 times pretty tightly. Then I'll lay it across the ring. Where it ends is where I'll add my next one. When you're twisting in the center, you don't want to twist too hard because it will bend the frame. And I'll continue doing this all the way around until I'm done. And this is what it looks like when it's done. And I just like to open up all the outside ties before I start, just so I don't have to worry about doing that as I'm going. I'm going to use 21-inch jute mesh. I'm just going to gather the ends. I'm going to start on the right side of a pipe cleaner so that once I go around, it's seamless. And I do like to use zip ties to attach just so they don't come out. It keeps them in their place. Once I tighten my zip tie as tight as I can get it, I'll trim that away. And I'll also trim away the jute. I didn't do it this particular time until the end, so it doesn't really matter when you do it. But I do like to trim it away because it makes the wreath sit flatter. But right here, I'm just pulling it out of the way. Alright, I'm going to make my poofs at 12 inches, and I'm just using my mat to help me measure. I always keep my hand in a C shape when I'm pulling the mesh, and I like to keep both ends tucked under as I'm doing that. And then where my hand is where I'll add into the next pipe cleaner. And I'm twisting 1.5 times just to keep the mesh in there. And I'll do this going all the way around. I do like to fluff out my poofs as I go. That just helps me know that each poop is the right size because I don't always use a mat to measure. And then I'll just go through and push all of the outside pipe cleaners out of the way and open the inside ones. Then to start the inside, I'm going to move the mesh to the closest pipe cleaner and twist 1.5 times. And now I'm going to continue doing my poofs all the way around. This keeps from having a diagonal poof, so it moves everything to the center. And then once I'm finished going all the way around with all of the poofs, I will open that pipe cleaner. I'll show you that here. And I'll add this last poof into that spot. And this makes it seamless. It goes around all the way. And then I like to separate the poofs and push the mesh up against the frame. You can either trim it away or just push it back. And then I'll use a zip tie to attach this to the frame. And then I'll trim everything away. I do like to only wrap around one bar when I'm adding zip ties, so nothing slides out. And make sure it's super tight. And then I'll just go through and fluff everything and make sure it's all, poofed out. All right, now I'm going to cut my ribbon. I went back and forth on which ribbons I was going to use. I knew I was definitely going to use the football themed ribbons, so I'll just show you how I cut that. I'm using a 12-inch piece of cardboard, and I'm just wrapping the ribbon around 7 times. And then I'll slide my scissors in and cut at either end. And this gives me 7 12-inch pieces of ribbon. Super simple. It saves a lot of time. And I do like to dovetail the ends of my 2.5-inch ribbon. And I do that by just folding it hot dog way and cutting from the metal part into the crease at an angle. And you can make the angle as severe as you like it. For the 1.5-inch ribbons on this wreath, I only did an angle cut. I didn't do the dovetail. And here's all the ribbons I decided to use. And then I like to go through and stack them the way I'm going to add them on my wreath. And that just makes my life easier when I'm putting them on. I'll fold them in half to find the center. and then I'll pinch at that crease, and that's where I add it into the pipe cleaner, and I'm twisting 3 times pretty tightly, and then I'll just use a glue stick to roll it down. And that's not necessary. You could push the pipe cleaners back or trim them away if you'd like. And then I fluff my ribbon by creating an X. And you don't have to do that. You could have like both going, like one color going in, one color going out. It's completely up to you. Now I'll show you one more time. Just add it in, twist 3 times. And you want to twist 3 times just to make sure it's not going to come undone. Just a little extra security. And then I fluff it. And I like to kind of make it arch. It makes a really pretty, the way it lays over the poops. I really like it. Alright, so the outside I do the same thing, except when I fluff my ribbons, I don't create an X. I create more of like a bow tie, where the top are going straight across and the bottoms are like, in the X shape. Just because I don't like a lot of the ribbons overlapping. I don't like to lose any of the ribbon in the process. Alright, now I'm just going to go through and fluff the ribbon and figure out, about where I want to add my sign. And I'm trying to cover up as much of the mesh as I can. I'm not too concerned about the center since I'll have a sign there. I do like to keep the hangers on my signs just because if someone in the future who buys this wants to remove the sign and keep it, they can. So I just kind of staple it to the back. And this wood's super thick, so I don't have to worry about having any kind of cushion. If you get like a Dollar Tree sign, you'll definitely want to add like a piece of cardboard or something to keep it from sticking all the way through. Or you can use hot glue or E6000 or the sticky things. I just like staples because they hold better. I staple in 2 spots and then I twist them around. Now I'm just going to figure out where I want to add it. And then once I'm happy with the decision I make, I'll feed the pipe cleaners through. Either you can go through the mesh or you can just go straight to the wire frame. And I'll twist it around 3 or 4 times. And then once I'm done with the wreath, I'll go back through and tuck the pipe cleaners away so they're not sticking out. Since they have wires, they could possibly scratch someone's door, and you don't want that. And after I add my sign, and I do the same thing on both sides where I add the pipe cleaner to the frame, I'll go through and fluff my ribbon and pull it out from behind the sign. That's it. That's how I made my football themed wreath. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thanks so much for watching. If y'all learned anything today or if you like my video, please like, share, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.